Has there been a single moment since 1967 when you thought that the Arabs were ready to talk?
No. Because this is something that must be realized by people in the world, and unless they realize that, there is no understanding of the entire situation. Our quarrel with the Arabs is not a quarrel for a piece of land. It's not for territory. It's not for anything concrete. They just refuse to believe that we have the right to exist at all.
But surely for the people who were here in 48, who have left then, surely for the Jordanians who are now on the other side of the Jordan, surely for them it's land. And don't you understand them and their desire to come back?
Why did they leave?
Well, many of them were refugees of war. Maybe they don't like a conquered
But
army.
who made the war? They don't like a conquered army. Therefore, we should leave. Oh, that I understand. Yes, then we can have peace in this area. But without Israel, in this area, there won't be peace. The Arabs are not so friendly with each other. But that's none of my business. Oh, this is a solution.
But I have a
It
feeling
just happens that there are 14 Arab countries and immense territories. And we've come back. We've been here before.
2,000 years ago.
And we've come back.
2,000 years ago.
Yes. What did we take away from the Arabs when we came back? We didn't want to live with them in peace. We asked them to leave. We didn't accept the partition of Mr. Churchill in 1922 and the partition of the UN in 1947. We didn't say yes. What difference is there between Arabs who were on this side of the Jordan and the other side of the Jordan? Arabs in the East Bank and the west of the border of the West Bank. I mean, when were Palestinians born? What was all this area before the First World War? When Britain got the mandate over Palestine, what was Palestine then? Palestine was then the area between the Mediterranean and the Iraqi border.
You say there is no such thing as
East
Palestinian.
and West Bank, no. East and West Bank was Palestine. I'm a Palestinian. From 21 until 48, I carried a Palestinian passport. There was no such thing in this area as Jews and Arabs and Palestinians. There were Jews and Arabs. The Arabs are prepared to negotiate with us? Which Arab? Where? When? If you know of an Arab leader, head of state that wants to negotiate with us, by all means, tell us. I'm prepared to go to Cairo, I'm prepared to go to Damascus, I'm prepared to go to Amman, I'm prepared to go to Beirut. Anywhere.
You would go to these places?
Yes. Happily. To negotiate peace, of course. We value life, not only our own. Just we value life. And this is our strength. Maybe one can say this is our weakness because Arab leaders are not so sensitive to the very question of life, of having people alive instead of dead. Otherwise there would be no wars.
Do you ever doubt the correctness of your policy?
No, sir. What do you mean my policy? Our policy is to keep our people alive and to keep our independence. How can anybody doubt the right that we have that is similar to the right of 125 peoples in the world?
But if you were brought up in America, what possible right have you to live in a land that was once Arab, whether he neglected it and left it a stony desert or not?
I came to Merhavia when there was nothing there. This land was deserted for centuries. We were driven out of this land. Is this where history begins? Twice we were driven out of this land, occupied by other powers. The Arabs, this is the only people, the Jewish people, whose life, independence, dignity depends on this piece of soil. The only people in the world, not the Arabs. They have this entire territory, the entire vast area, 14 independent countries.
Isn't time, though, on their side, whatever you do?
Why?
Because they talk of fighting for 100 years, they talk of their population growing. Isn't time on their side?
I don't believe it. You mean you want me to believe that things will never change? That they will go on shooting and killing? You want me to believe that generation after generation of young people in the Arab countries will have no other ideal except to kill Jews? I don't believe it.
You are hopeful?
I'm positive that this will not happen. I don't know how long this war will go on.
Prime Minister, thank you very much.
Thank you.